Yes. All right. So welcome to. I think this is session 5. Last
Yep.
time on D&D. I gotta do the D. Sorry. Last time on D&D. There we go. Y'all became arsons, and I am so proud of y'all. It was amazing. Um, y'all, you recover. You guys, the group was recovering after their encounter with a mutated, grotesque ogre over in the southern farmsteads of the pig rancher Simon and his neighboring ranches. It's called that. With some really nice rolls and some really nice rolls, I should say. You guys, particularly Roque, were able to identify the contents of the homestead and go basically on a vision quest and see some of the happenings that may have led to some of the events that are occurring now. Roque became very shooken by this. The group that was inside also were able to witness part of the ritual as they they saw the shadow start to writhe around them, and they felt these like impacts onto their chest, which was like as if they were coughing, but they weren't. If I recall correctly, Al actually did succumb to the effects more severely than others, becoming temporarily blind and deafened by the experience.
That's our
That at some point, there was a pack of, I believe it was about 5 of the double bear pigs, 2 of which branched off to the shed, and the group wisely decided to go inside the shed and remain quiet. And after a few tense minutes, the boars ran off and then the group was able to find some means of rest. Additionally, while inside the farmstead, you guys discovered that map, and the map was written in ink and quill with some strange symbols underneath where the ranches would line up, and you discerned that the corkscrew symbol represented these incubators. So on your way out, you traveled north and then west, and you destroyed the 2 other incubators that you found on the map, and then eventually you arrived at Volpine. At Volpine, you went straight to the Fox Den, tried to get in touch with Nessa, the Dryad, but unfortunately Django and Janetta... Grissa, sorry, yes, Grissa. Thank you, good call. Unfortunately, they were busy with the evening, and the town did, still uneasy, did settle down a bit from the howling pig squeals because they had subsided. But while there, Roque definitely wanted to get some more information about the satchel that he saw in the vision, and not being kicked out because he wasn't too aggressive and too pestering. He did eventually come across one individual that suggested that he go to the Spark Field and speak to the Verdant Cause for maybe some information if the satchel that he is displaying magically is truly so pretty and of well-made quality and everything, that maybe they could get some information there. Marb and Grant decided to stay at the Fox Den to wait for the patrons to leave and then get in touch with Grissa. And the rest of the group went following your muttering, uneasy turtle friend to the Sparks Field, where, putting Sam in quite a pickle, he did eventually allow you guys to venture back to examine the calf, the corpse of the calf, where you did see on the back of a pool wagon under some tarps that its chest had been ripped open, its ribcage cracked, its heart had been removed, and Roque, upon inspecting its head, found that the calf had been born with a 3rd eye, which had also been plucked. And that's basically where the majority of the group are, is they're in the room with Gustav kind of explaining what's going on / apologizing to Sam, but Sam's kind of understanding because y'all did save his life about the situation, and you have it's pretty late. It's about 8 or 9 p.m. in the evening, and you have a bunch of fires. About 2 hours travel south of y'all that y'all set ablaze, and that's about where we left off. Yeah.
Fire.
I would say let's pick up immediately at the Sparks field inside the barracks, just in case there's anything else y'all wanted to do after investigating. If you want to pry into the corpse some more, talk with Sam, by all means, go guys.
Yeah, I'd say at this point I was talking to Sam, being like, hey, I don't know what's gotten into these guys, but we'll try and get out of your hair as soon as we can.
Pebble is back on sitting on your shoulder, Roque. So
have you guys shared, or did both Al and Roque see the stuff with the calf? Because you both went back, right?
Yeah. So both of them investigated. Al, what was that?
I believe I saw the cavity where the heart was.
Yeah. So Al definitely was investigating the cavity of the heart where the heart was ripped out, and I need Al retroactively make me a medicine check or a nature check, your call, whatever you decide, just to aid your investigation.
17 total.
17 total. Okay, yeah, perfect. All right. So while Al, you're spending some time kind of focused on. I mean, the chest itself, right? Like looking straight up on the calf, it dwarfs you, right? Like you're a little tiefling guy. You're not tiny, but you know it's like 2-3 times as thick as you are, and the sheer force to have broken the rib cage open and carve out the heart, pretty impressive. But beyond that, once you start actually kind of looking and you kind of take, let's say, a lantern and kind of carry it a little bit closer, and just kind of fascination and intrigue kind of take over, and you're kind of peering in. Mm-hmm. You see that inside the creature, its muscle structure and makeup is very similar to that type of flesh that you found back in the cavern that Gustav stepped on with his heel and kind of popped open. It's got like that sinew strings. I can put you back on, let me move you guys back on this page so I can show you that image.
The stuff that's on the floor, the negative side?
Yeah, I moved you guys back. If you go all the way down to the image, it's that one where you see on the inside the house on the top. Yeah, perfect. Like it looks like that. Like but it's not as chaotic. It's almost as if it was it wasn't so much forced as it kind of just naturally grew in that type of way, that's not, that isn't necessarily how natural tissue grows, but it doesn't seem like it was like mutated in. It's almost as if it naturally became that way, as if it was part of the structure of the creature from the get-go rather than a tumor or a growth or something like that. Okay?
Okay.
Cool. All right, so there you go. All right, put you guys back on. So that's what Al you picked up from investigating.
I was going to put it on the parts and try to size up about how big it was, and then they follow you around and be like, you see something about this thing? The heart about this thing.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure we know who took it already. I don't think we need to go asking everybody.
Yeah, and just by the size of the cavity and the heart is pretty damn big, right? You're talking about an animal that stands 6 to 7 feet tall, many thousands of pounds. That thing you would have to kind of carry it with both arms on your chest, kind of, so big old heart.
So it's me, Al, and Roque back here.
And Gustav.
Oh, Gustav. Okay.
And Pebble.
No, that's not forget Pebble.
Can't forget Pebble.
Pebble is a free spirit. Pebble does whatever Pebble wants.
Pebble is the secret arch villain.
Pebble is the head.
Secret mastermind. Final boss, Pebble.
Pebble is Simon.
Actually, I do want Gustav, while you're talking with Sam, because you are, I assume you are kind of paying attention to the group, kind of moving the corpse around and looking through the calf. Not necessarily a strong suit, but could you give me an Arcana check?
Sure. I can do that.
Thank you. And then go ahead with whoever else wanted to do stuff.
I mean,
Oh, yeah. Critical fail.
Right.
and I'm just staring at this stupid dead calf, and I'm kind of sullen and angry now.
Okay.
That's what Rock's doing, because
Gotcha.
nobody's listening to him. Me.
All right. So yeah, Sam's kind of, I would say about 15, 20 minutes pass. The other cause member that was at the front when you walked in comes around and kind of is like, hey guys, you're kind of pushing your luck. You guys should probably get going. And he looks at Roque and, I'm sorry, I couldn't find any reports of a satchel that went missing in the last 3. I even went 4 months back. Nothing was reported. Nothing like that. And I mean, this is a nice satchel that you're talking about.
It's weird that a satchel with gems and a important-looking book wouldn't be reported missing. So either the person's dead, or they wanted it to be taken.
Or they didn't want to report it because it was so valuable, whoever discovered it wouldn't want to give it back.
Or that. That's fair.
Sounds reasonable to me. Let's get going. I'm freaking beat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could use a sleep.
And I think we're overstaying our welcome a little bit.
So, yeah, Sam will be like, okay, let me escort you out. Oh, go ahead.
Can I toss Sam a coin or two and be like, sorry?
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually already did, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds
He deserves it.
We're
A
really
lot of
sorry.
apologies. Yeah, we're really, really sorry. Here, let me throw more
He
coins.
is so corrupt.
Heavy,
He's been bribed
painful
twice.
coins at you. Just please stop throwing money at me. Ow, fuck, ow, come on.
So, however much you give him, Sam says, yeah, mark it off on your sheet. Sam says, thank you. I mean, you didn't have to, but I appreciate it. And I'm sure I'll let Meeker know when I see him in the morning that you guys came back. I'm sure he'll want to know what happened. And, I'm sure maybe we can help you guys some more. I'll put in a good word.
On the way out, I'll ask Sam, like, hey, would you know where I might be able to find Nori tomorrow morning?
Morning? If she's not here yelling at us to figure out what's going on, she'll probably just be over at her building, the mayoral patch, right in the town square. You can't miss it.
I'll just say, hey, if you could do me a favor, I know you've already done this a lot, so... But if you could, whoever's going to be on watch in the morning, just let her know that our group here, specifically me, if you want, we're looking to just kind of catch up with her, let her know what we've taken care of. And frankly, she made a bit of a promise to me in terms of how we kind of gear up, I think, and I could use a little bit. So I was, if you wouldn't mind relaying that message and let her know I think they're going to be staying in the Fox Den. So.
Fox Den. Okay. Oh, she's friends with the. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
She might even. Honestly, sometimes she swings by there for breakfast.
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll keep an eye out.
All right.
Sorry, really loud part.
Yeah, and then she drove. Look, there she is right now.
That's the fire right now.
Okay.
Hey, can we talk to you real quick? Okay, see you later.
All right. So yeah, you guys depart from the barracks. You guys don't get stopped anywhere because Sam kind of helps you, ushers you out. No one gives you any second thought. And even though you've only been really in town as a group for about 3 days,
we've got a rep.
you've already done some
Killer rep.
Yeah. And
you got a pig problem. We'll kill the hell out of it. Just saying.
Yeah,
you got a building problem. We'll burn that.
Also burn it down. So you have lots of talents, really.
So I will say, as you guys are leaving, echoing through the halls, you do hear that the maddening squeal and a large mass ramming into metal bars off in the distance. Nico, well, you're not there, but
no, I'm not there.
I forgot who heard. I forgot who heard about it last session, but it is the swine folk that's locked up in the other portion of the barracks. So
the villager.
Yeah, the villager.
Yeah.
Which Marb did inform y'all that any semblance of humanity seems to be gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, although it is interesting, I thought he had been more quiet lately. So if he's getting more agitated, that could be important.
So, So it'll take you guys about 15 minutes to walk back to the Fox Den. So I'm going to go to group number 2. Grant and Marb, y'all are in the Fox Den.
And you receive a phone call.
Is the president?
Hello?
Yeah. Geez, all the sound effects today. So you're at the Fox Den. It's getting closer now, probably to 9:30 or so. Your food, you've eaten it. Your group's food. They haven't cleaned off the table for y'all because they know that you guys are coming back, or they understand. At this point, since this is not a wild and rowdy establishment, many of the patrons have started to leave, either through the large oaken door, which is to the stage right of you guys, to go up to the rooms and sleep, and others have departed through the front door to either go home, to their caravans, and anything like that. There's, let's say, about 3 other patrons left around this time. Django is, pretty much just kind of slow. The pace has slowed down. He's wiping down his bar, kind of organizing bottles and plates and everything that you can see. And for the first time, you see his wife Janetta come out from behind where you assume the kitchen and the storage unit is. And they start approaching the table to you two.
When is I ask, very tired, very grumpy.
Mm-hmm.
When is tree lady? I forgot her name. Gonna come. Grissa.
Well,
I have a incredibly creepy, disgusting worm. She needs to see in a very non-disgusting way. Sorry. Sorry.
No, you should lean into it, man. I got a really gross worm. Oh, gross. No, actually, it's actually just
it's actually a
want to check out my worm?
Grant vouchers, yeah.
But hey, if she wants to look at my other gross worm. No, please stop. You were doing so well.
Oh my.
she goes, it looks like the last few people are going to be heading out. I'll try to send word. Hopefully she'll be quick like she was last time in the morning when y'all were here, or in the afternoon. Yeah, afternoon. If not, where are you guys going to be staying so I can get in touch with
here.
y'all?
Didn't we get rooms earlier?
Oh, okay. That's wonderful.
We didn't get rooms. Basically, all that happened on that was as I was running out of the box, and like, hey, yo, we want to stay here. You have rooms. Thanks, bye.
Okay.
Okay. I was like, my friend definitely paid for the rooms earlier. Definitely for sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh, okay. Well, I can. Okay. Well, I'll make sure that Django gets you your tags, so you know what rooms to go to. I'll go talk to him in a minute. Once the last 3, and you just see there's like 3 individuals at the bar, either in the process of paying out or just having a little bit of small talk with Django, and and probably within the next 10-15 minutes they'll be gone. She kind of goes over and before she leaves, she's like, okay, let me try to go see if I can get in touch with Grissa. And you see her walk back to the back storage area, and she goes, and within like a minute or two, she kind of comes out, and she's you see her, like her hands are kind of cupped, and she's sort of petting a little fuzzball. You can't really make out. If you guys want to give me a perception check to maybe see what she's petting, and kind of like, oh, you're so cute, I need you to go do me a favor.
Oh, it's a trick. It's a trick. It's actually really gross. Don't look at it.
20 plus 5. Oh, I fucked it up.
Yeah, that's okay.
No. It's just dash, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. 15.
Both of y'all see it. It's like, it's some sort of small, maybe rodent or similar to. It could be a chipmunk. Could be, some cute little fuzzy creature. And
she's talking to it, like talking.
Yes.
Talking.
Like the creature understands.
She's like kind of like she's talking like super cute, but it's also kind of like squeaks and little like interesting bestial sounds. But some words like, "Oh, you're so cute. I need you to go talk to her. Go find her. Please go. Oh, you can do it. You can do it."
Is this a halfling thing? Do we know if this is a halfling thing or is it something more magical?
No, you've traveled through here. Yeah. Some halflings, where you've heard of gnomes having the ability to speak with small animals. It looks like she's got some sort of similar capability.
Affinity for that.
Yeah. And it kind of makes sense now that you're sitting there and you're like, oh wait, well, I mean, we're inside of a hill. There's quite literally roots and vines growing inside of here, and it kind of starting to click. Like these people have some sort of affinity for nature. And that's why
she's a hippie.
Classic halfling.
She's just high on something, and she's like, the chipmunk understands her.
Yeah,
it's not even a real chipmunk. It's a stuffed chipmunk. That's the problem.
Well, actually, when she starts,
already dead. Just put it down.
When she's walking by, you kind of see the little creature poke its head up, look at you two, nod, and then she kind of goes to the front of the door, opens it, puts her hands down very gently, and you just hear it scurry off. And she goes,
door to the back room or the door to the fox den?
The entryway to the fox den. If you recall, last time she spoke to the few crows and ravens that were out sitting on the sign. It looks like since they're not there, she went and asked her for a friend. So she comes back to you guys. Go ahead. Go. Please go ahead.
I lean over to Marb before Janetta gets back. I'm like, Marb, you ever dealt with any of the tree worshippers?
Whoa. That was very insensitive. But no.
That was very insensitive, but I also hate them. You're right.
Yeah, you're right. I actually haven't. I'm more stay towards beasts. I kill them. Easy for me. If you kill someone that can speak back to you, people get weird about it. Then you go to jail. I like killing creatures, beasts, anything that attacks me. Fair game. So sorry about that, man. Right. We're gonna hope for the best. If everything goes wrong, we kill them. Easy. That's my solution.
Not inside their den, please.
It's very straightforward.
Fine, we'll take them out the back, and then when no one's looking,
hide the body. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear God!
I don't know why you guys got to make it weird.
My bird brain's kind of tiny, so I just like kill stuff and then eat, sleep, breathe, pretty much.
By the way, do you need your own room tonight, or are you going to be scoping out the roof again or something?
Good point.
Marb,
as you're safe here, you don't
as
have
you're
to be...
looking around, you see plenty of high quality, like hay and just like natural foliage that you can kind of make into a nest.
Oh, nesting is happening, baby.
Oh my God! I just nudge my head towards the hay, and I go like, "Do you see that high quality hay over there. That's gonna
That's
be
that
my
good
room
shit.
for tonight, and I like puff off my feathers and go like, there's gonna be some good sleep I'm getting tonight.
It all looks exactly
Roll
the same
my
to
eyes.
me. It's just
Yeah,
grass.
it's just grass. I don't know.
It's just like, yeah, okay.
The art of discerning fine quality hay, like the what is it, like Persian silk or fine Egyptian
sweet.
cloth.
Exactly.
But Marb's an expert. So yeah, Janetta approaches eventually, and she goes, "Well, if we're lucky, word will get to Grissa soon. But yeah, you guys have rooms, so if you go to sleep and she shows up, you guys want to be woken up. I'm assuming. Is this important?"
Absolutely. I'm probably gonna try to stay up as long as she shows up, because this warm business is the uttermost important.
Oh, well, worm business? Really? I thought you were just kind of joking. Oh, okay.
I actually I'm gonna try to make a point, so I take it out of my warm pocket in my cloak, and then literally jam it on the table. Super sleepy, super grumpy face. I go like, "Bish, look at this shit. It's a gross worm. We don't know what it is.
She kind of
We
looks at
started 20 ranches on fire. It was a long day, okay? I'm sorry. I'm a
What?
little grumpy. I need some sleep.
Janetta, have you ever seen anything
But
like this?
look at
Don't
this.
you have experience in this?
You kind of just with your passive insight, Andrew, you see that she's kind of disturbed by it. She looks at it, she's like, "What is?" Oh, and she kind of motions in a way where her back is to the remaining patrons at the bar, so kind of blocking their sight so they don't see this. Now
Marb,
dead.
she knows we're serious.
Yeah, and it's like its head was kind of split open. It's still some of that purple ichor is it's mostly dry, but it's kind of still damp. And when Marb kind of moves it on the table, there's a little streak of this purple ichor on the table.
I realize I'm making her uncomfortable. I just put it back in my warm pocket and be like,
Oh no!
Sorry.
Why does the pocket have to be warm too? Oh man!
yeah. I put it back and it's believe me, I'm usually very high spirited, and I'm not kidding when I say this is of the most importance.
Okay.
I know it's super late at night, or about to be super late at night. It's around 10 p.m.
Well,
but
we're in luck because, dryads, they don't really sleep too much. They don't need to, from what I get. So hopefully, the little guy that I sent for the message will find her quick.
Awesome.
Do you want
Thank you,
any...
Oh, also, by the way, can you talk to that chipmunk squirrel rat-looking thing?
Yeah, it's a little trick that I've learned over the years. It allows me to... you guys are kind of familiar with magic, I'm assuming. She looks towards Grant more than you, and she's like, a man that bears a religious symbol and everything, like a cleric or a war priest or whatever. You're probably familiar with it. Yeah, I learned over the years to this kind of incantation, and for a little while I can speak with little critters, and they seem to be able to understand me, and I can seem to understand their little clicks and chirps and everything. So I just asked them to go find Grissa for us. The little critters seem to always know how to find them.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool skill.
Yeah.
Can you talk to the pigs?
I have...
We don't talk to pigs in polite
You mean the soldiers? I'm just kidding. Bird.
New shit.
I can talk to pigs. I can talk to the plains cows. I can talk to the birds. But I haven't. No, people seem to be pretty shaken up by the pigs. I don't want to. I'm not going to go in front of a pig and try to talk to it and then get gored. That does not sound like a good evening.
Yeah, believe me, we've seen them up close.
You have?
You don't even want to know.
What are they like?
You never want to be in that situation. They are very, very disturbing. We've seen some shit today.
These worms are related to them. This is all tied together.
Okay, let me try to usher the... Can I get you guys anything for the rest of the night? Because Marb, was it? You said you're going to stay up? It could take a long time.
Do they have anything like coffee?
Tea,
equivalent.
coffee. Yeah. We got some really nice.
Give me some cocaine, something strong that'll keep me up all night.
Please, it's fantasy cocaine.
Yeah, give me some good of the berry coke.
Give me the spice, please.
Okay. Just like,
Capital S spiced.
just like
I'll take a warm tea.
something to keep you up. Okay.
Make you strong. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'll leave the steeper out here so you can let it steep for as long as you want and pour yourselves.
What a sweetheart.
She's like, well, I got a good feeling about y'all. So she kind of goes,
Boy, are you wrong?
Yeah.
I stab her in
And
the
we
back.
betray her and burn the building down. I don't know what happened. The building burned down and she fell in this knife.
I told you this was surgeon. Do you think I'm kidding?
Thankfully, she did give me all of her valuables for safekeeping.
You don't know that. Okay, anywho. So around this time, the group that was over at the barracks starts to enter, and Janetta's in the back getting that. And as it's kind of just happenstance, as the last patrons are leaving, the group enters, and you all cross paths in the portal into the Fox Den. Django looks over, sees you guys, waves and smiles. He's a little tired. It's late. He's been working. He says, welcome back.
So yeah, remember the rooms that I asked you about? I would like mine now, and I'm gonna go lie down and never wake up again. Thanks.
How many rooms? Y'all...
How big are your rooms? Like, could we fit two? Like, how many do you have? Multiple room beds in each room, or is it one bed?
Yeah, I think when we got rooms initially, there was like 2-ish to a room or something like that.
Yeah, in the previous establishment it was 2. He's like, well, we can easily. And he's kind of he pulls
Are
out.
the accommodations halfling sized?
Some of them are, but no, don't worry. We cater to all here. We even had a minotaur.
Centaur.
We even had we had a minotaur here actually, like
Dang.
2 weeks ago, and he said it was comfortable. We did have to bring. He did get one of the rooms with 2 beds, and we just kind of shoved the beds together. But he said he slept very well.
And also he had to sleep outside, but that's neither here nor there.
Slept on the stable bed.
No, that's the stables for the horses and whatever other critters people tend to. You know that the dwarves travel on these giant badgers. They're really cool. Anyways,
That sounds made up.
I seen it. I seen it. And they don't like the hay that we provide them to eat, so we always have to.
I'm very insulted by that.
But you're not a dwarf.
I'm
half dwarf on my mother's side.
Some high quality hay over there. How dare them?
So so Django gives you some. They're like oaken tags almost, and he said, "Okay, so it's kind of a little cool. My cousin came up with a design. You take the tag and you put it in the center." And then that tag will kind of fill out the hollow space, and then it'll allow you to turn the knob, and you can take the tag out, and then it'll.
And the keys, right?
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So he gives.
It's flat. It's a card-shaped key.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Put it in until the
Magnetic
green light
technology.
turns on, and then pull it out slowly.
So
It's a little green flame, light
I'm
sun. That means occupied.
I'm gonna grab one and immediately go back to the back.
Okay. He's like, you're in luck. I got 3 rooms that are next to each other. They're all double bedrooms. We're not too busy right now. Who's gonna be paying for the evening?
I'm gone already.
Okay.
Smoke bomb.
He's like, that's fine. Well, we'll figure it out in the morning. I mean, it's cool.
I pull out my coin purse and start counting out some coins, I guess.
Okay.
How much for the rooms?
3 rooms, 6 individuals. Plus, I know y'all paid for the meal already. We'll be generous. There's just 5 silver if you don't mind.
Okay, give him 5 silver.
All right, cool. Please mark that off your sheet. And so you guys have 6 keys. 2 key. Each of y'all have a separate key. You do see that if you examine them, the cutout on it, the framing of it is different per key, but 2 of them are the same, 2 of them the same, and 2 of them the same. So you basically have 3 rooms. divide them.
Indicate which room they go to, or am I just walking around looking for a room that actually has the keyboard?
There's
Trying doors over and over.
there is like you go to
Is
one.
anyone here?
You go to one and you see. Wait. Oh, okay. There's a symbol. Oh, okay. So I'm looking for the symbols to match. Okay. And then because it's in a language that you don't understand, and he's like, okay, here it is. And then you find it, and it's dark. There is like you know.
I mean, I have dark vision, so
Yeah, and like there's some like sconces along the way, and from your traveling and everything that there's candles provided.
Yep.
You grab one of the candles, put it in the holder, kind of walk in. It's a cozy little. It's basically like a little den. It's quite literally just a round room with like a rounded roof. The bedding, it looks like it's very comfortable, but it's very simple. A little place, like a little desk, like not even like a real desk. It's just a place to sit down, maybe take some notes and everything if you wanted to work. But then there's 2 beds, a little singular nightstand in the middle, nothing fancy. And then, of course, a chamber pot if need be.
Yeah, and that's good to know, but I literally just go in, drop my pack, and pass out.
All right.
I think you should examine the chamber pot. There's probably a side quest.
Investigate.
There's definitely a worm in there.
Oh,
Examine it. They come from the sewers.
Also, when you walk in, the one thing that does hit you is it has a very a fresh, earthy, lively, it's a nice, comforting room. That's for sure. So Davis is out. Davis hits the bed, doesn't even bother taking his boots off.
Nope. Or my armor or anything. I was like,
Okay. God.
Oh my god, and he's getting a phone call.
I'm in the bedroom. I'm in the pot chamber.
Trying to sleep. I did not ask for a wake-up call.
Yeah, sorry guys.
This is gonna be real fun.
Murder.
Yeah.
I don't mind. It's funny because like
The timing.
quite honestly, what was the
Yeah,
last
exactly.
like a landline telephone? Like it's been years since I've heard that shit.
My parents are old school. They like it.
Hell yeah. My dad still has a landline too.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Yeah, I think my parents actually finally got rid of theirs because they were like, no one calls us.
Whoa, what
Getting
type
rid
of
of
parents
it now.
do you have?
Well, because like my dad likes tech, so he usually is the one who's
That's
happy
nice.
to like be like, oh yeah, here we go, new tech thing. So
That's nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Al, Gustav, what are you guys doing? Hanging out in the table that you'll have? Or
I think Gustav is gonna chip in for room, so give
Okay.
you like 2 silver just so you don't have to front the whole thing.
Perfect. You get, all of y'all have your little key cards. Gustav, you'll eventually go in a similar direction. You'll find it. You'll actually hear loud snoring coming from one of the rooms. It's Davis passed out. He went out fast.
The tough teeth. It's hard to keep all that air in.
So you'll get to the room next to them, put your key in, open it. Same situation. The room is yours.
Well, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna turn in just yet. I'm gonna wait downstairs with Marb and whoever else is still up. I'll probably get like, I don't know, an evening ale.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then sit on like one of the tables with probably my feet up on the table.
Okay.
And I think I'll turn to Marb and be like, so, what's the plan after we talk to this lady?
The plan is sleeping, and we'll worry about worms tomorrow. We just need answers, all the information we can get. Probably
Alright.
some more arson, some more fire tomorrow. Start smiling, maybe some murder. We'll see. But for tonight, just sleep.
That
A
would
little
be a good day.
delusional.
Who else is down here, out of curiosity, or has everyone else gone up already?
Yeah. So Al, did you stay at the table? Did you go to the room?
I'll go look for some way to dust off or clean his clothes a little bit.
Okay.
Is there any goop? Do you want to give it a rash?
Okay. When you kind of approach Django and ask like, hey, is there a way to kind of clean up or anything? He's like, oh yeah. And he kind of is like, come with me, and he leads you actually through the oaken door where you see people go for the rooms, and then you go to the right, and he's like, these are like water chambers. Do you want hot water, or are you just washing up kind of lightly? What do you...
The clothes hold too much water. I'll go lightly.
Okay, so there's a mason do this. We'll get you some fresh water. I'll swing by in about 5 or 10 minutes to see if you need a refill of water, and gives
Thank you.
Yep. And then you can go wash up. Again, it's simple. It's again just it's like a den that's been carved out of the earth. Motherfuckers.
Hello?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, Al, the ringing came back to your ears, but you managed to fight it off, and you don't go blind and deaf.
It's the Maytag repairman.
Not again.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Right. Roque, pebbles on your shoulder. What would you like to do?
Roque is tired.
Okay.
Roque is crazy and
Yeah.
tired.
He's crazy tired.
I've had a busy day. I want somewhere to sleep.
Okay.
So I'm not too worried about a room though. I can kind of just sleep anywhere.
I'll walk him to his room.
Yeah, the rooms are paid for. So
Okay. Yeah, head up to my room and yeah, muttering to myself the whole time about stupid satchels and books and
Gotcha.
nobody listening.
All right. So you get to one of the rooms, get in, and you can choose to take the bed, or you can choose to just find a little. There's no corner, right? But scurry up against one of the walls, get in your shell, and go to sleep.
Dropping in the middle of the floor, and Pebble can hang out downstairs in the dining area and just watch people for the night.
Okay. All right. Pebble. Yeah. So with that, like that understanding and that little bit of communication that you have with Pebble, kind of gives you like a quick little nuzzle up on your cheek, and then flies off. All right, Grant, are you staying, or did you go to sleep in the same room?
I'm going to go to bed. I'll say to Gustav first, thanks for watching over this one, and then follow him back to the...
Hey.
You sort of nod and grunt in acknowledgement.
Okay.
I'm too tired for murder, but I'll remember that.
No, this one meaning the turtle, not to the bird.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm just writing this down. So I got Grant and Roque in the same room. I have an empty room in the middle, and then I have Davis by himself currently in the other room, and then Al is washing up. Okay, perfect. So a little bit of time passes. I would say about another 45 minutes or so, but the tea is served. It's very good. Django and Janetta are not coming by to make small talk because they understand that you're tired, and they still have a little bit of cleaning up to do.
You're just avoiding the worm. I know it.
Yeah.
Classic.
It's back in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it?
Psych.
I'm not there.
It's in the soup.
About 45 minutes pass, and then a little light breeze kind of sets inside the fox den, the main room, and you hear the rustling of roots and vines kind of moving, and a familiar figure of a dryad steps out, and she's beautiful, and her kind of stoic demeanor isn't necessarily there. Her eyes are like just kind of more wide-eyed and kind of like not panting, but just you can see something's on her mind. She kind of approaches and she says "Salome," and then realizes that the Tortle is not there and says good evening.
We don't have watches in this world, but I look at my wrist and go like, evening.
Yeah, it's about 11
she
or
gets
so.
the classic Gustav grunt and nod.
I
acknowledge that I have heard that you said words.
Yeah. She nods when you nod, and she goes, and you see on her shoulder that little furry critter kind of is on there, and she goes, "This one sent word," and she puts it down on the floor, and it kind of scuttles off and runs back to behind the bar in the kitchen area. It's adorable, by the way. It's this little fuzzy creature. You don't know what it is, but it's adorable. It's more floof
It's
than
like
anything.
the first thing that I haven't wanted to murder in a while.
Marb.
Speak for yourself. It's like, oh, this thing's definitely got to die.
I said, like, it's been a long day, so we're going to cut straight to business. Either you tell us what we want, or this conversation is going to end pretty fast. I reach into my worm pocket and pull out the worm on the table, then bring out the little flask of whatever, like soup water, where the worms floating in, and put it next to it. And I tell her all the story of what we found in the first house with like the cows that were turned into kind of like pools for the worms to like feast, and then the troll, and then the pigs. And
so
I'll tell her like turtle person will explain the magic stuff that happened, because I wasn't on the inside of the house. Gustav was, so he can probably chime in about that. But
gotcha.
catch her up.
Right around this time, if you choose to walk into the fox den, you see Marb putting the stuff down on the table, and you see Grissa. Before you even start getting to all these explanations, Marb, the moment you put the worm, without, it doesn't even look like she's walking, but just super quick, kind of slides on over, grabs a worm, and just rips it open, kind of with both hands, kind of tears it apart, and she goes, "Not natural."
Well,
Bad.
That's disgusting.
And you can see that she's kind of peeling it open, and is just kind of looking through it, and she goes, she kind of questioning, source of corruption. And she go, where you went south, yes?
Yes. South. I think it was a little bit southwest.
Southeast in this case, but yeah.
Southeast.
Yeah. She's like, okay. And you see her. I do not know how, but we were not able to go there. We did not remember there. Only recent could we think of place south. You found this south?
Yes. Even though I think it looked like it was coming through a portal. Very freaky. Very non-natural. I agree. I go very non-natural. It looked like it was out of place. It was definitely not residing.
Not animal.
In the farms. Not animal.
No.
It looked like someone was growing them. No, what's the word? Breeding them in the farms at the south.
Not from here. Yes, not from here. Anyone who's downstairs, if you would like, you can do a... you have the opportunity to try to discern what she means by not able to go there. If you're trained in Arcana, you can do the check at advantage. Or if you're trained in Nature, you can do the check at advantage. Otherwise, just tell me what type of intelligence check you're making and why or how that applies.
Is Pebble useful in this situation at all?
She's not there necessarily. She's not intelligent in a sense, right? She's a spirit, but she could help in more other actions perceiving stuff, investigating stuff. But as far as can Pebble help with an Arcana check? No, she's not trained, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That wasn't true.
Yeah.
Pebble's level 12 wizard. None of us knows in Bird World.
I mean, you never know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, whoever is curious that is awake downstairs, trying to discern what she's saying, if at all, if you guys don't care, we can move on through.
I think that Gustav just doesn't know because
Okay.
he's
I'll
like,
just try my
"What are
best.
you saying? I don't understand this
But
lady."
I'll do a natural like nature check. I don't have very good intelligence, so it's just like a plain nature check. Fudge.
Yeah,
No
Marb.
wonder.
Yeah.
I'm pretty dumb.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, okay. Al, did you walk in on this conversation? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
I walked up to the table after I saw her rip the worm apart. I'm like, what? This is gonna be a thing. Does Jack of all trades count as proficiency?
It's part of your proficiency. So no, you're
No.
yeah. So like you are what? You're proficient in history, from what I see. Yeah. So you would just be able to roll an Arcana check or a Nature check, just single. I think you still have a lucky, so don't forget about that. Left. Yeah. So
I'm gonna go for a history roll.
okay.
19 total.
19 total. All right. Nice. Okay. Oh, and you actually happen to have the map. There we go. Oh, this is actually. I love when the dice work out. So while she's saying that, you're like listening to her, and you pull out the map instinctively, and you kind of are holding it, and you kind of do that thing where you pull the map out further out, and you kind of, you lean back, trying to look at the entirety of the map. And when she's saying like they couldn't remember it, they couldn't, like it was erased kind of from their memory as like a barrier, something, you're like, oh, it was the entirety of that network that was established seemed to be like a warding spell. Like, and y'all burning those little pieces, the 3 incubators, seem to have weakened it, because every single one of the ranches has some of that muddy line that was drawn with the guy's hand, and it all focuses around the center of the homestead.
Ooh.
So yeah, it was like magically warded against maybe the Dryads or something else. And you've heard about this in some sort of, a little bit of your studies and a little bit of your travels. But nothing like on this scale. This is like miles and miles of area.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
So, lesson learned, fire good.
Oh. Lesson
my
learned.
man. That's my language.
Y'all have unintentionally disrupted a warding spell. Good job.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Feel free to disseminate the information how you wish.
I asked for...
Go ahead, Corbin.
Wait, sorry, you go.
I'm looking at this from a little further away. This looks a little... Is that some kind of spellcraft going on between everything? Just look at the map here. It's got some shape to it. I believe we weakened it by deconstructing the circle a bit. So I'm going to lean towards the fire. That's more fire, more better. And make sure more of it.
Amen, or whatever version of God we have in this world.
Yeah, Grissa, when you're kind of pulling the map out, she kind of walks around behind you and kind of looks over your shoulder and kind of sees what you're doing and just kind of trying to understand as you're explaining it to her. But she kind of points at the map and goes, "This make a barrier? This make me forget, my sisters forget, south?"
Oh, maybe.
Do you go south soon again?
Was there more houses to burn south?
There's still what you.
There were a couple, I think.
Yeah, there's
that we
at least
go.
4 that you know of. There's the homestead in the center. There, you destroyed the 3 incubators that were on the map, and then there's 2 other with a similar symbol, and then 2 other ones with another different symbol. And there's that the bottom 1/5 of the map is kind of torn, so there might be more stuff there. You don't know.
Okay.
Spooky.
I'd like to confirm the rest of the group, but yeah, I think our best idea right now is to go investigate south again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe I will be able. I don't know if I can travel, but maybe I will. I need to go. I need to see.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she goes,
I asked her, is there a better way to contact you that doesn't involve sending a chipmunk? I don't know, like some type of fairy juju to like summon you there, or are you gonna like physically travel with us?
I will stay, and I will watch. I will leave with you.
Okay, perfect.
And she smiles, and you see, her hands have like that, from ripping the the worm apart, right? And pointing on the map, you see like her fingerprints and and all that on the map. But you see that like the wide-eyed look is a little bit. She's calming down a little bit, and she takes the. If you're not going to stop her, she's going to take the body of the worm, and
I definitely don't want it. So.
And she goes over to where there's like the little hearth, and she just chucks it in there. And
I think as she goes over, we're like, you have no idea if that's gonna stink when and you're throwing it in.
Yeah, and you hear the sizzling and the popping sound, and
I forgot about that.
She's just staring at it.
Yeah.
She's like, you see the reflection of the flame in her eyes, and she's just staring at it.
I loudly scooch my chair across the wooden floor to be further away from it.
I would like to watch your flames as well.
Just being as obnoxious as possible.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Oh man.
What? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, so what? Huh?
It's fine. Forget about it.
After the conversation has kind of settled down a little bit, Django walks by and brings another cup and hands it to Grissa and is like, tea if you want, my friend. And she smiles and nods and kind of goes over there, and she, grabs the steeper, pours herself a little bit of tea, and kind of drinks a little bit, and then puts it on the end of the table and says, see you when awake. And she kind of starts backing up into the vines, and
I'd like you more sleep.
I think, once she heads out, if I have a second with Marb,
Sure.
I'm going to catch him up on Roque's whole fixation on someone who had a bag, and we were trying to find out if this someone was in town, and we talked to the Verdant Cause, and they didn't seem to know what was going on. But it seems pretty important. He seems pretty upset about it. Not really sure what to make of it, though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I kind of like nod slowly. Okay, I think he was an elf, right? We discovered he was like a high-ranking elf merchant.
Well,
Yeah, that's what our best guess was, anyway.
I go like, those tricky elves, man. Why is always something ancient
Classic elf
elfy spell? I know, right? My man, and we fist bump. So.
Hell yeah. we have a little moment.
Yeah. We bond. +1 in friendship. I wanted to see... Yeah, I have a background in criminal contacts, but I know this is a very little town. This is out of character. Would there be any chance that there's like an underbelly activity in this like peaceful farm town?
There's got to be at least one guy.
One sketchy guy.
Honestly, if there is, this is so far out of your normal region and area that you've traveled and built up your contacts that you haven't heard any rumors or anything of any silhouette activity or any type of thieves guild activity. I mean, you know that no matter where you go, there has to be something, but you haven't seen any signs or any indicators or heard.
Is Django still around?
Yeah. He's
good.
He's kind of waiting for y'all to,
this is kind of we've never been to, or I've never been to Volpine before, but I'm gonna try to do my expand my network of criminal friends.
Well, good luck. It seems like there's not a lot to go, or not a lot going on in this town, so maybe you'll find
you'll be
someone bored
surprised.
enough to help out.
And then I get up, go to Django, and make my wealth behind the bar. I assume he's behind the bar.
Okay, yeah.
I go behind the bar and put my arm around him and go, Django, my man, let's have a conversation. Lower my voice and go like, look, I know this is a small town, but I want you to give me the name of the sketchiest guy in town. The guy that's always doing backdoor deals, he's always up to no good, maybe lurking in the corners. That's my type of guy. I need to know his name.
Cut me in on that.
Yeah.
He kind of looks at you and is like, that, quite literally, Davis took what I was going to say.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, you?
I go, exactly, but not me, obviously.
The number 2 guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're kind of making me uncomfortable, Marb.
Oh, you're about to get more uncomfortable.
I
can't breathe.
Sketchy. I don't know about sketchy, but people with temperament kind of make me uncomfortable. So maybe Baxter, or maybe he's
Baxter.
You don't know
I
who Baxter
put my
is.
arm up, go leave the normal side of the bar, sit down.
Baxter's a great guy.
Yeah. Tell me more about this Baxter, please.
I don't know much about
as
him.
much as you know.
He runs the supply store up in the old district of town. He seems to be a friend of Meeker's. I don't know much. I mean,
Okay. Supply store, classic front for sketchy people. I get you. It's okay.
Yeah, what is it called? It's the Volpine General Store. Yeah.
Volpine General.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know much about him. He's kind of cranky, so.
Oh, believe me, he doesn't know cranky. I just have a huge grin in my face. I go, Django, always a pleasure, my man. And I get up to leave. I nod at Gustav, Al, and I just do a swan dive into the hay.
So that's for the what?
Nope. I already signed everyone.
Yeah, I think
my man. It just
looks at him and says, just let him go.
Oh, before I swan dive, I go to
that's breakfast for the.
Okay. Tree lady, and I do as fancy as a curtsy as I can, my lady.
Before she bamps out. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, just because I know I'm grumpy. I know I've been rude, so I just try to do something more formal. My lady, thank you for basically telling us what you knew about the worm, and then swan dive.
Gotcha. Right before you swan dive, she crafts one of those beautiful white flowers and welcome. And then you swan dive, and Gustav, you just hear Django, but that's breakfast for the tomorrow.
Nope, not anymore.
It can still be.
I mean, yeah, that is also true, but also probably not.
Okay.
I just poke my head up and go rude.
Okay. Well, I guess I can trust him. Okay. Well, everyone, I'm tired. Would y'all mind going to your rooms for the evening? If you need anything, he says there's basically a bell that he points out, and that's kind of hanging on the portal entry to the back storage area. So if you need it, pull it. It'll ring in our room, and we'll try to be available. We're gonna go get some sleep. and wishes y'all a good night. And he ventures through the back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drain the rest of my ale or whatever, and then probably turn in as well.
Disappointingly to you, Gustav, it doesn't have much of a buzz effect. It tastes like ale. It's good, but it doesn't seem like it's got much of a kick. It's pretty light.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah. Al, anything?
He was barely in the conversation. He was kind of nodding when
Staring at fire a little bit.
He's like, it's time for bed. He's gonna start dragging himself, dragging his feet.
Perfect. For the sake of brevity, we'll say you guys all split up into your rooms. No, I don't have to worry about someone stumbling over Roque because Grant is in that room. Al, you know exactly what room you're going to because you hear the snoring, which you've become very accustomed to in your travels. It's almost actually comforting at this point. So,
Did you cut out there? But I assume you were saying that he and I are rooming together.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so I guess that means, Gustav, you got the center room to yourself. Marb,
Hey, all right.
you're sleeping. We're going to just go ahead, and unless if anybody wants to do anything, comfortable night, go to sleep.
Can I click take a long rest then?
Long rest.
You can click long rest.
Fudge, I've been muted. Long rest. Sorry.
Yeah. So everything should reset.
Take a long
Level
rest.
up.
So nice.
I got spells for the first time in a month.
I have 8 points for the first time in a month.
Whoa, that works.
You don't need hit points where we're going.
Awesome. That was super cool.
Cool. Well, all right. So, 8-9 hours pass. Marb, you'll probably be
a lot of sleeping hours for a bunch of adventurers.
Y'all were pushed to your limits earlier.
Push it to the limit.
I will say, when you wake up, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
It's pedal time.
Wisdom saving.
Oh my god, I left the iron on.
Inside my shell.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Bird time.
Actually,
Long start to the day.
Unfortunately, Roque, when you rested, the entire night you were bombarded by the visions that you had, just on repeat, over and over and over and over and over again. You have 1 level of exhaustion because you did not fully rest.
Does that mean I don't get my spells and healing?
No.
back?
You got all that stuff back. It wasn't that draining. But 1 level of exhaustion means that ability checks are done at disadvantage.
Okay.
You're a little bit sluggish this morning. You got, for a turtle, you got dark rings under your eyes. And now, give me an Arcana check. I will say, just an Arcana check. All right, 19.
Those were my important rolls. Sorry.
Oh, nice. Okay, nice. So yeah, important rolls. Nice. So you got 19.
Arcana, I'll do properly.
Okay. Oh, you got a good 19 is always nice to have. All right,
Yeah.
14 Arcana. One thing that through your sleep and the constant thing is the wealth that y'all left behind. Y'all just left it there, and you're uncomfortable with that. That's all I can really say. There's something in your kind of tired state. Yeah, it's something. Why you're not comfortable leaving it there?
We gotta go back,
Morty.
Okay.
Return of the Crazy Rock. Got it.
Okay, so do you just wake up in the morning just like screaming, "Oh my god, the jewels!"
You're
The jewel.
you're not so much to clarify. You're not so much compelled to collect and gather them. You're just like, fuck, we left them there, and that the whole understanding that there's lots of curses and things on them. Okay. So yeah.
Wait, wouldn't they burn? Like, will they survive the fire?
We didn't burn that building.
You didn't
I thought
burn
we
this
burned
homestead.
them all.
No,
We
you.
left the spookiest building standing.
Oh, rookie mistake. I thought we burned them all. My bad.
Jeez. Worst bunch of arsonists ever.
I know.
That's just so that there's more that we can burn later, so that's fine.
Pacing themselves.
All right.
Yeah, we don't need to burn everything all at once, you guys. There's no rush.
Really, what we're doing is we're letting the EXP breed. So when we come back and pop it, we get
Yeah, it's called
extra.
farming. Have you heard of it?
Perfect. So eventually everyone gathers out. You guys do see that Roque is a little bit more sluggish than he was yesterday.
I have in my breath. I'm like, ooh, maybe he won't run off so much. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Get dunked on.
Get dunked on.
Marb, you've been up for, maybe about an hour or so before everyone else. Just because of like the natural.
Classic sneaky me.
Yeah, you kind of wake up quick. You rested well. You were in a very comfortable bed. No signs of Jingo or Janetta or any out in the front, but you do hear at one point you hear the pattering of little footsteps, and
Is it Dabari? I'm looking for Dabari.
and you see their son, Corny, running around, and he's a kid. He's kind of playing. He's got like
Stop running!
I
and
go like, "Hey, kid, do you want knives?" And hand him a knife.
he had no expectations of
Nice to meet
anyone.
you, he said, throwing a knife at the kid.
He had no idea that anyone was down there, and he's like, Birdman. Hi. No, thank you. I'm not allowed to play with knives. And
But playing
Played
with
with my
knives
hammer
is
last
cool.
time.
I reach into my yo-yo pocket, and then I go, "What about a yo-yo?" And start doing cool yo-yo tricks.
damn you in your pockets.
Got him.
No. He just
I
kind of chuckles at you and everything, and it's like, I'll go. I'll let Dad know that someone's downstairs.
Oh,
Kinda-
he knows.
Got a shy runs away.
Actually, could I tell the kid like, "Hey, buddy, whenever my whole party, the people staying upstairs,
You mean behind the wooden door? There's no upstairs. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
oh yeah, sleeping my party, just tell them I'll be right back. I have a quick errand. Don't worry about it. No murder. Pinky promise. Cool, and give him like a copper or whatever the
Okay.
lowest denomination
Yeah,
coin
copper.
is.
Okay, you give him a copper. He's like, okay. What's your name again?
Whoa.
Whoa, this
just,
kid.
my name is
Tell him that Woe was
Mr.
looking for him.
Birdman.
Mr. Birdman? Oh, okay, Mr. Birdman. I'll let your friends know.
Sweet, and I sneak out, hopefully to get some info on Baxter guy.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, you don't know where the general store is, but we'll continue there. You just know it's in the old district. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll just head that way, just doing my things, looking around.
So, once everyone enters the room, looking for Marb in the hay, Gustav, you kind of go over there and start digging through it a little bit. He's like, it's not... Damn it.
I know better than to dig through Marb's hay.
Okay.
Never know what you'll find.
I would absolutely never
You
do
never want to
that.
get stabbed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know how that shit works.
Yeah. Well, you're like kind of surprised not to see him in the morning, and however you check the hay. He's not there.
Yeah, I look at it. It's like, oh, he's not there. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
That's fine.
Throw a rock at it, something shiny at it. If there's no movement, you're like,
Set it
he's
on
not
fire. Double check.
No, if I was to throw anything, I'd throw a rock over it, expecting you to just reach up and catch it.
Damn.
You could never surprise Marb.
Yeah. Okay. So
360 degree field of view
Bird
at all
vision.
times.
Yeah, I'd say when I got there, if there's nobody, like if Django or Ned are around, I'll ask about Navari. If not, then I may want to go try and find her.
Okay. It happens to be that Angie, when y'all the group was, and you hear the little pattering of footsteps, and then you see the familiar son, and he's like, "Oh, Birdman's friends. He left. I will go get Dad." And he kind of runs up. A minute or two passes, and then you hear the little footsteps.
Try and call after him, but too late. He's
and then
He's a quick
I'm out
one.
of there. Whenever you guys check the haystack, a smoke bomb just like triggers. So, damn it.
2-3
He
minutes
was prepared
pass.
for everything.
Yeah, 2-3 minutes pass, and then Django kind of comes out, scratching his head a little bit. He's like, good morning. Y'all slept in. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that was great. Hey, I don't suppose Navari swung by. I'm looking for Navari. Where's she?
What's today? Oh, no, you know what? She'll probably be here in the next 10 or so minutes for her usual breakfast.
Oh, sweet. I'll stick around then. Speaking out of character, so DM, I assume our days of the week and months and shit are all the same, the standard days of the week.
The day structure, yeah, so 24-hour days, 7 days a week. I'm still deciding about how many months and everything, but the year will be roughly, if not exactly 365. I'm working on that world building part.
Okay.
No, today's Gorble Snap, the 87th of Flanglebang. And the day is 47 McGorfel lengths long. Oh, God. What is this conversion?
I was actually probably writing these down. You're making canon and you don't even realize.
Thank God I didn't have a pencil ready.
Just like, what was the god? Gorthax or whatever?
Oh, wait. I will, real quick. The minor god of, what was his name?
Oh, God.
Where is it?
I know everybody's with hammers or whatever.
No, Cerulean.
No, there was a different one that I literally made up on the same thing.
Orthak, the god of rocks and bushes and step bombs. He uses a two-handed warglaive and is often represented by their holy symbol of a half-eaten guava fruit.
Yep. That's what you
Anyway,
get.
yeah, so I'll just chill at the table and wait.
Okay. Yeah. Bless you.
Half-eaten guava fruit. That's silly. Who came up with that?
Django goes breakfast, and he kind of starts running the back, and he brings out some basically cornbread, some guava fruit, and some very simple there are these leaves which have been lightly steamed. And traveling through, you've seen people eat these. They're just it's kind of like a really like a spinach or something like that. And he kind of puts it on the table. He's like, "Help yourselves. Tea's coming." And then he goes in. He's like, "I gotta go get Navari's stuff ready." And he goes back, and you just hear some banging and clanging in the back, and he's preparing the normal meal for the mayor. You guys want to talk about anything or?
Yeah, I think Gustav seems pretty unenthusiastic about the spread.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of scowls at the steamed leaves. Yeah, and looks at the group and just says, "All right, so what's the plan?"
I'm waiting here. I don't know about you guys, but we were promised some things based on the job we've been doing, so I wanted to see if this qualified and if we could get to hook up my equipment. It's not exactly what I'd like for given what we're facing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you expecting? I mean, at this point, I imagine all we're going to get is whatever they have lying around in town.
Add a character. Basically, I'm just switching to a two-handed thing because we kind of made it. I made a shift in how I build my character.
Yeah,
Okay.
I understand.
But just so you know, that's why I'm kind of like going for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that character really well. You know, I mean, I did essentially die yesterday. I'd rather be a little bit better prepared.
And
That is a good point.
Sam does say,
Dying is bad.
Yeah, it was not as bad as I thought it might be, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as you think, right? Like the first time, but like, you know, it's not something you want to
You died before?
Oh, sure. Like, 2, 3 times, something like that. Yeah. 2 or 3. I don't. It's, you know, it's hard to say. I just say, if you come back, were you really dead? You know, I don't know.
I've never died before. That was the first for me.
Wow, really? All right. Well, you know.
I mean, if that counts, I don't know. Does it count? I didn't really.
I mean, you tell me.
Felt pretty bad.
Yeah, it usually does. All right, so he's waiting around to get a thing.
Yep.
But more long term, like, are we going back to that main house? Are we gonna burn down some more shit? Like, what's the plan?
Marb's not gone, right?
Yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah, I know.
running my
he
errands.
said more long term.
More. Yeah, I heard Marb too.
Yeah, more long term planning about whether we're gonna go out and burn down some more houses. He looks at Roque specifically. Are we gonna try to figure out who this elf guy was or whose bag? Because that seems like kind of a dead end. I'll be honest.
I mean, we need to find the elf guy or Sam.
Well, why do we need, like, needs a strong word for a weird vision that only you had and seem to understand?
Okay. Do you want the visions? You can have the next set of visions, and I'm sure you'll.
No, I'm good. I'm just saying, like, I don't know why it's so important. You seem pretty hung up on it, though, so I'm guessing it is important.
Finding Sam is the most important, because Sam has the book, and the book is from the elf guy, and the elf guy might not be that important, but we gotta find Sam in the book, and I thought maybe the elf guy would be the easiest thing to find.
Sam's in the barracks, man. We can go find him probably whenever his shift starts.
I think he means Simon.
Simon.
He's tired. Like you guys. You guys are.
Roque, you seem a little out of it. You okay, everybody? I thought I had.
Oh, so what you're saying is we need to kill literally every single person in town and set all the books on fire. Okay, gotcha.
And I need a bag, and I need something. I need a shovel, a bag and a shovel.
That sounds really sketchy. And trust me, I hang out with Marb. I know all about sketchy.
That's I know. I'll follow you guys. We have to find Simon, and I kind of need a bag and a shovel for the gems. Sometime. Okay. We should get the gems. And Simon.
The ones in the house that was covered with food drawings?
Why are they bored now? I mean, they're in, but
Wait, who has the map?
I do. What's up?
Are we going?
That's what it is.
Actually, can I have the map?
Sure. Watch out for the brown cross. That does. Never mind.
Okay. I'm going to.
Actually, before when he goes to give it to him, I'm gonna try and grab it.
Okay. I guess oppose dexterity checks between Roque and Davis.
Oh, sure. Pick on the guy with no thumb.
Classic.
You're at disadvantage, but I got
Yeah, and you are at disadvantage, unfortunately.
I got a 12, so.
Okay.
That's a score, though, so I think still wins.
Yeah. So.
Wait, we tie?
No, he has a 10.
Oh, I had 12. Never mind. Sorry, yeah, I win.
So as Al, you're handing it over to Roque. Davis just kind of reaches in.
I don't know if we want to be giving this guy, stuff to anything that will help him go wander off.
Okay.
He doesn't
know what? You make
really need to
a
have an
really-
idea of where he's going.
You make a really strong argument, actually.
Yeah, I'm on board, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand it to Gustav. I'll be like, here, you keep a hold of this.
I mean, okay.
Come on, I can be trusted. You gotta tell me first.
Can I
really want
have
to back that maybe Gustav will give it to you.
What's up, Roque?
can I have Pebble try and steal the map?
I mean, Gustav's just sort of standing there, awkwardly holding the map in one hand and just being like, "Oh, okay."
Sure. Roll me a d20 and I'll.
Yeah, Gustav's not really opposing it because he just sort
Yeah.
of got handed this map and he's just like, "All right."
8. No. Unfortunately, yeah.
Bird's like, "I'm like, get out of here."
The pebble kind of flies and like kind of lands on Gustav's shoulder and just can't seem to find a natural approach. And this is
Gustav, can I have the map? I have an idea.
Just don't damage the map.
Okay, I have a crazy idea there, Roque. Why don't you tell me your idea first before you wander off?
I am going to study the map, and I'm going to detect magic on it, because I don't think I did that last time.
Mm-mm.
And the map is going to help us find Simon, or the elf guy, or the bag, or the book. It's going to do something.
Just
Yeah,
casting a real wide net there, huh, bud?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what exactly on the map is gonna help us find him? We can just, look at it together.
Well, that's the missing piece. I wanna try and find the missing piece.
Gustav clears a spot on the table and just lays out the map roughly in the middle of the group. Just says, "All right, look, there it is for everyone. Here we go, teamwork."
Put a hand on it just at all times, make sure you can't grab it.
Okay, I'll just sit down and cast detect magic and glare at everybody while I do some weird hand.
Okay, so you're doing the ritual. Okay, so 10 minutes.
Yes.
So while you're doing that, we will
I'm gonna eat my breakfast with my other hand.
Yeah.
Can I help rock the ritual?
Gustav rolls his eyes.
Sure. So if anything comes up, I'll remember that. Okay, you're helping him. You kind of recognize, even though the way he does his detect magic is differently than the way you do it, you kind of understand what he's doing, and yeah.
Dude, where's the
Yeah, I mean,
music?
he's doing it differently and obviously wrong, but it is just different.
Where's the ritual, bro?
Grant, are you up to anything this morning?
Nope, I'm just smoking a pipe.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
nice. We're gonna jump over to Marb.
it's not even my pipe. It's just I found this.
I took it from the kid.
Give me that. Get
Damn,
out
the
of
kid
here.
would have taken a knife. I had a pipe.
Yeah, you take his pipe and give him a
Classic
knife.
kid.
Like, go
No,
outside.
he's a halfling kid. They gotta be smoking for
Oh yeah, that's part of the
Get out
culture.
of the
Okay,
moonlight.
we gotta be respectful. It's part of the
Yeah.
culture.
It's true. He's absolutely right.
Okay. Marb, give me a survival check just to see how quickly you're able to find the general store. It's not very difficult.
Survival is just d20 plus 3.
So, Marb, you left earlier before everyone, so you were kind of venturing out.
Ooh, 18. Hell yeah.
the general store. I mean, it's a general store. It's not too difficult to get there. You managed to find it up in the old district. It is. Let me see. City notes. It's just the Vulpine General. Is a nice metalworked sign. Welcoming people. It's pretty busy. Even though it's kind of early, and it's not that early in the morning at this point. It's probably around 9:30 or so. There's quite a bit of traffic there. It's settled. It's located like in the old district and in between the spark fields. And you actually, now that you think about it, you've passed this place up when you were here your first night, and Meeker sent you over to the Silver Spur Saloon. So
Okay.
it was like around this area, right around here somewhere. Like, actually, let's just call it like it's in this alley. So you kind of walk by here.
Classic.
It's busy. You walk in. It's almost as if like a barn was transported and put down here, and you just see rows and rows of like aisles of just different things: ropes, tools, lanterns, farming supplies, ranching supplies, a general store. There's even
Okay.
at some point, like on one side, there's even just like a basic grocer in the sense of like there's some maybe some breads and some other things that people might bring here to sell as well, or that maybe the owner of here acquires to sell.
Or do you mean basic, like he's got a lot of pumpkin spice stuff?
No, not a lot of.
It's like, this fucking guy.
No.
Classic cover.
So.
I'm assuming there's like a counter.
Yes, and there's quite a few individuals working, and there's like 3 or 4 lines, and each line has about 3 or 4 people in it. So you kind of
means you only have to stab 3 or 4 people to get to the front of the line.
No, I mean I made a pinky promise with the little kid.
That's a good point.
You know, you can't make this pinky promise.
This is why you don't pinky promise.
Exactly. You don't want that bad juju on you.
Yeah.
You take out the kid first.
Oh, exactly.
I freed myself.
I just like do a lap around the store, just like, you know, getting my surroundings, look at any doors that look suspicious, shelves that look like they don't align with other shelves around them.
Okay, give me an
roll.
investigation check.
Fudge, I'm too stupid. Okay. Investigation, here we go. Fudge! I break my legs.
You end up in another town.
Natural 1. Okay, Marb. It's a general store. They're busy. You can get in line, but it looks like it's a well-off establishment.
More people just got in line now.
Somehow.
Damn it.
Oh, God, where are all these people coming from? God damn.
It's so early. What the hell?
Okay.
Go home!
I'm gonna do some shenanigans. I'm gonna go to their like weapons aisle and kind of look around. You know, something that looks interesting, cool that I maybe don't have in my collection.
So there is no like actual weapons aisle. There's like ranching tools. Like you might see like something.
This store doesn't even have a weapons aisle. What kind of town is
that
this?
you might see like, you know, and like while you're walking through a couple of the aisles, there's like a smithing section kind of, so you might see like a smith's hammer and some tongs. You kind of go to like maybe like a more ranching section, and this is taking you a long time because you are lost and you're just like slowly wandering, and there's like none there. You're not bothering to look up to see that there would be a sign that says kind of like what's down the aisle, like as if it's a grocery store. No, you're just kind of like, what is here? Why are there ropes? Why is the rope aisle next to the smithing aisle next? Why are there lanterns? And nah.
Can I approach like a worker? And I just go like, hey, I need some help. I need to make some type of fire explosive arrows. So where's your bomb making aisle?
God damn it.
God damn.
Maybe you don't have one.
Sir, you... No. We don't...
Buddy, look, I'm personal friends with Simon over really good friend at the
No, you want me to
of the Foxwoods, you know? Captain. The Major owes me a huge favor. Believe me, a huge favor.
Deception.
We're really good
check.
friends. I just need some supplies.
Alright, give me a deception.
Take me to your bomb making aisle.
Give me a deception.
Hell yeah, I'm good at deception. Am I
Super
proficient in
good
deception?
friend.
Hell yeah, I'm proficient in deception.
+5. God damn it.
Roll D20.
I really hope you actually said Simon.
Wait.
Yeah.
The guy who was broken loaning money and shit.
Do I get my proficiency bonus on top? Oh no, because
No.
this is not combat.
No. Just...
Bananas. Come on. Oh, 17.
Alright, unfortunately, the way that you said certain things kind of increased the DC. Because you said
Sure, I said
Simon.
you.
You said...
I thought his name was Simon. Was it Sam? Is Simon or Sam?
Meeker is the leader of the verdant cause here.
Who can remember? He's so boring.
He's so boring. Right? Am I right? And I like elbow him.
So, and then as you said, Sam was the friend, and then Simon's the asshole that was flaunting his wealth in town.
Oh, that's who Simon was.
So, like, wait, no. Simon's an asshole. Why would anyone
Exactly. You know Simon too, right? He's an asshole. My man. You know, we have friends in common.
Listen,
Come on,
listen.
you know him. I know.
Listen.
He's an asshole.
We do not just. Sir, we sell ropes and farming supplies and the occasional, breads and other things. If you need something like that, that's great. We don't make things here that go boom. Or sell things.
Okay, mister, then where do I find things that go boom?
I'm gonna have to ask you to please leave.
Okay, I start walking down the
about
corridor.
this.
You
That's a
just
good-
lost a customer.
As I get to the corner, I need to try to do some type of sleight of hand or something. I want to steal something and
Alright,
see if Baxter...
Rather than staring down.
give me.
Yeah,
Alright,
exactly.
alright. First,
This is my grand plan. I'm going to steal something, and if there's any thieves around here, hopefully I roll pretty bad and they catch me.
okay, well.
That's the plan.
Alright, so give me a perception check as
Gotta
you're
lure 'em
looking
in.
around.
Okay, perception.
D20 plus
Perception's
5.
not too bad. Oh, fuck. I'm probably going to roll good, though. Plus 5. Okay, here we go. Hell yeah. Look at that. I
Alright.
knew it.
You're looking around, there is nothing that strikes you of interest, so yeah, you can make a sleight of hand check to try to steal, I don't know.
A banana. I don't care.
Steal a
Sure.
loaf of bread.
There we go. A loaf of bread.
Okay, so
I'm going to steal 3 loaves of bread. I'm
Boom,
gonna,
that'll teach you.
alright,
yeah.
Feed your sick sister.
alright, go ahead.
Ooh, okay.
No, they are staring you down the entire time as they're kind of walking you out. And, when you entered in, this is an establishment, so they do have, one or two, one of the cause members here
Oh,
posted.
give me a second.
Yep. We'll bamf over to you guys over in the Fox Den.
We're just playing cards.
Okay.
I don't know.
Eventually, Navari does show up. She kind of opens the door, walks in, is like, she kind of hurriedly walks up to the bar, jumps up, sits in where the half-elf section is, just so it's a little bit more comfortable, and then almost as if it's a coordinated thing. Django walks out with a plate and a nice cup. You can see the steam coming from the cup. Puts it down, and they just start having a little bit of small talk.
I'm like, hey, Navari.
She kind of goes, "Oh, hi, good morning."
I don't know if you remember that. Davis. We've met before.
And she's kind of just as she's like, yeah, and she just starts takes a bite of her cornbread or something. She's like, "Oh, I remember you. What's up?"
My bad.
You're good, Nico. I jumped over to the Fox Den, so we'll keep up with you in a second.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's eating. Just how the did y'all? Yeah, how the thing going south? How'd it go? I saw did y'all set things on fire?
Yeah, a couple.
Who? What? Us? No.
I mean, I think it was the right play.
We could see.
You're welcome.
We could see the columns. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you asked us to take care of a problem. We're looking for. I think it was pretty taken care of.
There's some dark magic class where we were looking into it, and you see this map over here? There's some really we're helping, I swear.
So she kind of grabs the corn, puts the piece of cornbread in her mouth, grabs the glass, grabs a plate, kind of walks over to y'all's table and just kind of hops on one of the seats, puts her food down, and is like, "Okay, map. What am I looking at? Why is it so filthy? What is all this mud and what's this?"
There's a writing of a madman. We believe in assignment. So when we went to these ones with the corkscrews, they're all idiots out there, like worms, and
It smelled really bad.
it took forever to get that smell out of my hair. You wouldn't believe.
She's kind of sniffing. Yeah,
But it's burned now, so we're good.
but why did you destroy property?
It doesn't look like it's habitable anymore. Not by humans, at least. Not by.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody who tried to inhabit that would be worm infested, or worse.
Are we talking like you burned down a ranch because there was earthworms, or did they have heartworms? What are we talking about?
Just
Something
also
unnatural
throwing
and
out there,
unholy.
did have to kill a big ass mutant ogre.
I guess that worked too.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened. So
Okay, unholy mutant ogre.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Real bad, real gross.
It was pretty messed up.
Okay, you got my attention. All right. Okay.
Did Grisa come down, or is she still just chilling?
We'll jump real quick over to Marb. Marb, so while you're trying to steal stuff,
You're in jackal now.
you don't see an opportunity. Huh?
I got captured?
No. You never found an opportunity. Like the individual is escorting you out, and there's a cause member at the front, and they kind of make eye contact, and you kind of see that it ain't worth stealing anything right now. Even if it is to try to make a contact, or unless if you want to get in shackles.
They're at the guy that refused to sell me explosive stuff, and I stare him down and say I'll be back. And then smile and wave at the guard.
Okay,
Be
like
my man, and try to fist bump him, and he leaves me hanging. I'll be like, my man, and leave.
Actually, he just kind of puts his fist up. And I guess there's some semblance of recognition. He's heard about a Kenku in town. Kind of softly gives you a fist bump back, and as you leave, Marb, you spend about 5 minutes walking, and throughout the town there's some trees naturally growing, and there's some bushes naturally growing, while the architecture is mostly the white clay homes with dark woods and everything, or buildings. At one point, out of the corner of your eye, because your perception's high enough, you see Grissa kind of emerge out of a tree and kind of give you a very subtle wave.
Oh, I returned the wave.
Okay.
And asked her, you heading to the foxhole, milady?
I was following you to make sure nothing bad.
Oh, don't worry about it. I know my way around a small city like this.
And she grabs you by the wrist and says, "We go now." And are you going to resist or anything?
No, I was on my way back. I go ooh, this is moving fast, lady. You need to buy me dinner first.
And
Nice.
she, kind of not breaking contact, she kind of steps into the tree and then pulls you through it.
Oh shit!
And you it's very a sudden movement, and your instinct is to protect your face because you think you're gonna slam into the tree, and then you just kind of step out through the vines in the fox den, and you see your friends at the table pointing at the map with Navari eating, and you're like,
I instantly vomit. Oh, God. That was awesome.
You guys hear Marb chuck up a little bit.
I thought you said he wasn't here. I thought you checked the hay.
And you guys see Grissa standing there next to him. And then Grissa sees...
sorry, my lady. I'm not used to teleporting to threes, but that was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
She smiles and kind of chuckles, and then she sees Navari eating, and she kind of runs over there and goes to give her a hug. And Navari kind of jumps up, still, puts whatever she's eating in her mouth, jumps up, gives her a hug, and is in the air, clasping to Grissa, giving her a big hug, and then kind of rustles her hands through Grissa's vines and foliage of hair. And
how tall is Grissa? Navari literally not even jump up to do this?
Yes, she's on the stool that she was sitting on, gets on it, and then jumps up, and Grissa's about 5.5, 6 feet tall, give or take. So more than twice the height, almost.
Right.
And there seems to be a bond and a connection, and then Grissa kind of puts Navari down so that it's not awkward for her to jump off, and then she sees the map and she goes, "We go now. we go.
If you wouldn't mind, Navari, I know you promised us some goods that we could possibly get in payment for our work. Before I go out, I'd kind of like to get some of that because I had a bad time yesterday.
Navari kind of goes to Grissa, like looks at Grissa, she's like, Grissa, are they helping? And
make a deception check, Grissa.
This is where we make our heel turn.
Okay. Roque, because they're switching to Sylvan. You hear, she goes, I feel good. They good. Yes. We need hurry. So if must do something, we must go fast. And then
so about those materials though.
So Navari goes, all right. Come with me. We're going to the where are we gonna go? Okay. All right, yeah.
We're going back
what
to
do we
the
need? You guys need equipment or do you need gear? I need
weapon and armor, maybe. If I could get both, that would be sick.
Okay. We'll
I
go.
need stuff that goes boom boom.
We don't have things that go boom boom, Birdman. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Listen here. There's gotta be manure and matches. Just give me materials, I'll figure out the rest. You farm people.
Manure all the time on the ranch, I'm sure.
You're going to the South Ranches. You said it was filthy and disgusting. I'm sure you'll find plenty of
fuel, rags.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Roque.
Someone get her to give us a shovel and a bag.
Shovel in a bag. General store.
In a bag.
Okay, so okay, we're gonna go to the southern portion. There's a little what do we call it? Like a little outpost, right? You know, on the thing. We'll see what equipment they have in the little cause outpost. It's the best I can do right now because Grissa wants y'all to hurry.
Thank you.
So y'all are gonna be headed down this way. She basically gets up, scarfs what's left. She's like, come with me so there's no questions. Grissa, you coming with us? And you can see Grissa is not... Actually, whoever wants to do an insight check. If you're trained in insight, you can roll me an insight check.
Okay.
I think I'm still in a ritual, so...
I forgot about your ritual. I'm sorry, yeah. We'll go back to that. Sorry, lots of things going on. 14?
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, Davis, you pick up on the sense that maybe Grissa doesn't like being in town.
Okay.
So she prefers to stick to kind of the nature stuff. So she smiles. She's like, I see you. She says in comments while you can hear it. I'll see you south. See you.
Sure. To the edge of the road, near the edge of town. I'll meet you there.
Okay. And she slinks into the vines again and bamps out. Okay, retro playing real quick because I forgot that Roque was doing the detect magic. My apologies. The map is not magical. There's nothing magical about the map.
It's covered in poop.
Magic poop, exactly.
Okay, then stare at the map in frustration and see if there's anything I can learn from it. And if there's not, then
so
burn it.
No,
real quick, so since Grissa and Navari are around while he's got his detect magic up, would he see anything there?
No, actually. Okay, Navari has an amulet around her neck. It's very small, hardly noticeable. The chain itself glows. Whatever else is on there, it seems to be added on, but the chain itself seems to give it a sense of abjuration. So protection magic.
Cool.
And
don't tell Marb.
I guess the general sense of Grissa herself is, even though she just seems to be a magical entity, right? You just kind of get this the sense of some magical power from her.
Yeah.
But yeah, the map is not magical. If you wanted to try to discern something else about the map, since Al is helping you, you can give me an Arcana check regular, not at disadvantage from your exhaustion. Or, yeah, it'd be Arcana for you. Or, I guess, yeah. You're too tired. You weren't you weren't even there for the conversation about the map. So yeah, you're tired. The map just looks like scrawling, and you're tired of looking at it, and you're curious about what the other symbols mean. And then you kind of think, like, why would he draw this shit in mud? Okay. So the group manages to leave. You guys manage to, within 10 minutes get to the outskirts of town because y'all are pretty far south. You stop at, it's not so much like a watchtower situation because they don't really worry about threats. But you do see that the cause members are still kind of on alert just because of the happenings of the day before. The howling pigs, which you haven't heard, but they're still kind of there. And it's a very simply supplied, like, little outpost. There's some basic supplies such as rope. There are bags. There is some shovels. There is some equipment there. So what I need to go down the list. So I will go, since Davis, you're the one that's the most eager to go here. What are you looking for?
I don't know how much money worth of shit I could get, but scale mail and glaive.
Scale mail and glaive. Okay.
It's 70 gold total. I have 49 gold total, so I can pay for some of it.
All right. You kind of go. She's like, okay, let me talk to the boys. Let me see what they can do. We did promise you some help. And apparently Grissa thinks you're helping, so that's good enough for me. She goes, let me actually roll me a d20. Just
okay.
D20.
18.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so yeah, you happen to stumble across. There's a set of chainmail for you, so you're good. You can scale mail, so you got that. And the glaive that you got is actually, what the fuck, really nicely crafted. It is Gustav and Grant. You would recognize it. It is a dwarven forged glaive. It's very nice. It's well built.
Does it look magical in nature?
It's not magical, but it's nice. It's well crafted.
Oh, that's a weird thing to find here.
Fine piece of weaponry. Gorgeous. Look at them.
Yeah,
You sure you know how to use that?
Yeah, why not? What's weird about it? It's just a glaive, man. I've messed around with these before.
I'm just busting your balls, kid. Relax.
All right.
Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry.
Sure.
Doc?
I am
Alright,
curious
cool.
as to what I just maybe got, though.
Yeah, I'm going to be leaving in about an
Am
hour
I-
or so.
Cursed glaive of something.
So good night,
My
Sequel.
is just a nice description, but yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe it is cursed. Surprise! It's cursed as fuck, everyone.
I mean, you have individuals that can detect magic and identify things, but
That's true. But are they just giving it to me, or am I having to pay for anything?
no, she's like, you're helping. Grissa thinks you're helping.
Cool.
Fooled her.
So like, hey, yeah, I'll just like hand it over to the guys. See, look, this will pay off. Just you watch.
If you wanted to, you can take what armor you have and things and give it to them if you want, but you don't have to by any means. Maybe you can sell it later or whatever.
Maybe later.
Yeah. Keep in mind now you have to haul that around too. So
Yeah, I'm pretty strong.
okay. And yeah, the glaive in your hand, well balanced. Yeah, it's a nice glaive. All right, Al. You need what, armor and a shield and.
So, hey, am I just adding a glaive and the armor?
Yeah, so you got your glaive and your armor. You're good.
Okay, cool. Easy.
So go ahead, Al. I think if I recall for you, just because I know you have to get a lot, it's some sort of armor, you need to get a shield and a hand crossbow.
Ooh, yeah. I'm leaning towards the hand crossbow and shields right now.
Okay.
I don't have a feat
Actually,
for...
I have a shield. You can just have it.
Oh shit! You got two hands. Okay.
'Cause I'm not using it anymore.
Okay.
Medium armor master versus me getting some better medium armor.
Okay, so you're just looking. So if they have an armor, you might take it. If they, but for sure, you're looking for a hand crossbow. Okay. Roll me a d20.
Nine.
They definitely have a hand crossbow for you. So they hand it to you, and they're like, here's a quiver of bolts. So now you basically have 2 quivers of bolts. And then Davis gave you a shield. Cool.
Oh, thank you.
Someone was muttering about a shovel and a bag. Navari just kind of grabs it and grabs a large hemp. How big is the bag? Do you need like...
Big enough for a pile of gems.
Pile of gems. Is that an expression? Yeah, whatever.
It's expression, it's fine.
Okay.
The pile was, I'll just gesture as to how big the pile was.
Okay, she does it, and she's like, Yeah, you get a hemp bag. That's, you could probably fit, like, it's about 3 feet, right? And if you were, like, to let it, like, dangle, it's about 3 feet in height or length or whatever you want to call it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had half a body in there.
Yeah. And you get a shovel, simple shovel, nothing fancy.
Perfect. Roque is happy.
Grant, anything for you, sir?
No, I don't think I need any.
Okay, perfect. Gustav.
Well, I don't imagine they would have anything that I would want.
Yeah, because you were. Do you have your? What armor are you running around in? Let's see.
I think I'm still running in chainmail, so like technically speaking, it'd be nice to get up to like partial plate or whatever. But I'm pretty much positive they don't have that shit here.
Full plate mail +1, please.
Yeah. I just checking. Yeah. No, they won't have anything like
3,000 gold.
Yeah, I'm imagining like even like getting chainmail is probably not very likely around here.
I'm not.
Yeah. Okay.
I got
Cool.
my shit.
Yeah.
Now, if you want some leather armor, hell yeah, it's Cattle Town, baby.
Yeah. Marb, anything for you, sir? I think you're pretty solid, right?
Yeah, I want arrows to refill my quiver,
Yep.
and literally all of it. And I don't mean a bunch; I mean all of it of their lamp oil.
He's going
and
full Ron Swanson.
probably some rags that I can makeshift some fire arrow shenanigans out of this.
Okay.
I mean, not all of it, of course. Like they need for their own lamps, but
D20.
All of the bacon and eggs.
Give me a D20 to see how much they're willing to give you. You get a full 20, a quiver of 20 arrows. And then same to you, Al. I didn't give you a number, but it's 20 bolts.
Nice. Thank you.
D20, Marb, just to see how much oil they're willing. All right.
ooh, baby, all the oil.
Surprisingly, this place is pretty well stocked for, I guess, the night watch because it's a little bit further out in town, and they do watch the main entrance from the south in. You'll get, just right for this time being, I don't know how much oil it's going to be, but 3 canisters of lamp oil.
3 canisters.
Yeah, so
How
you
much
can,
oil?
Yeah, if you can, I'll figure it out. But you got a plenty for now. So if you want to, if there's, I'll look it through D&D Beyond and see if there's anything equivalent. If not, I'll put them together.
I want some old rags or something that I can just rip to shreds, like any old.
Okay. Yeah.
Blankets, something like that.
Though they will supply you with old rags. Let's say 5 rancher shirts worth of 5 sets of clothing worth of rags. So.
Okay, and before I forget, anything shiny?
That catches your eye?
Yeah.
Perception check. D20 plus 5.
Perception. Roll D20 plus 5. Non-natural 20.
Yeah. So total 20. I mean, it's shiny metal armor, shiny metal, like some daggers and some blades. There's some, farming tools. Nothing. There's no like gems or anything. You do notice the little necklace around Navare's neck, but
I'll just grab a couple, just 2 of the fancy daggers.
okay,
Like one for me, one for the kid.
Okay.
And, like put them in my knife pocket.
All right, they let you take some daggers. No problem. They're just regular, but they're nice daggers. Cool.
Sweet.
All right. So, geared up with your regular equipment and now some supplemental. Y'all start to head south to the ranches.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Cool. Go ahead. Okay. I guess Navari on the way out tells be careful and good luck. And then she kind of goes to Grissa and says, "Be careful, my friend. I know you trust Roque. You understand this part. I know because it's in Sylvan. I know you trust them, and I'm trusting you, but." I mean, we've only known them for a few days. Be careful.
And if you see more columns of smoke, don't worry.
She looks at you and just kind of smiles. I'll try to make sure that the town doesn't freak out. I mean, I just told them that it was just unseasonable brush fires, which they seemed to spy. Maybe it was because they just wanted to think of things other than the pigs. Okay. So yeah, y'all head out. On the way, it's pretty, it's like, it's not quite afternoon yet. Who's helming the expedition? Is it going to be the Marb, Gustav combo?
Gustav combo, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Either both of y'all roll me survival, or one of y'all can choose to roll it at advantage.
Okay.
Survival with advantage. Ooh.
Let's see.
Wait,
Survival,
let me do
here
it
we
the
go.
fancy way.
Okay.
Oof, not so great.
Okay.
That way I'll add everything for me.
So 5 total for Gustav. Marb?
Survival. Here we
Okay,
go.
nice. Okay, 7. So, heading out of town, it takes y'all a little bit. Y'all have traveled down this way before. It's nothing too... I got you, Davis.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Because I do need to leave and drive here pretty soon.
True.
How many people are here? How many people are at the office? A lot?
Are you?
Yeah.
It's just us 2, Jack and Ronan.
Okay, perfect.
So
Okay.
far.
So Stuart's not there yet? Okay, cool.
Haven't seen him.
All right, cool. So, y'all travel.
Well, I don't know, mate. Is it worth if this is a good spot to stop rather than trying to get a little bit further in half an hour? Would it make more sense just to cut it a little bit short tonight? Just
that's okay. It's
for
a
For story.
point? Yeah, because I don't want you to feel like you have to rush us through.
Okay.
To before you have to take off. I'm okay if we want to stop
Okay.
there.
That's fine.
I'm fine with that. Give me.
I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. I'm not heartbroken.
Perfect. So.
Oh my god.
Give me 5 minutes to see where we leave off, and then we'll call it.
Cool. Sounds good.
Perfect. So as y'all guys are traveling, you'll get maybe 30, 40 minutes outside of town. And Grissa is with y'all, and she's walking along, and you can see that while y'all are going in this direction, she seems to start lagging behind, just kind of slower and slower. And then she kind of snaps out of it and starts keeping up with you guys again. And this goes on for 5-10 minutes.
So are we near where that circle of mud was kind of encircling the building?
Not quite yet. Y'all are taking it slower along the path. But you kind of get the sense. I mean, there is possibly. I mean, who knows how large the effect is, right?
Right.
And then at some point, about 5 or 10 minutes of her, 10 or 15 minutes of her catching up, slowing down.
Is there a reason? Like, can I ask her like, "Hey, is everything okay?" Like, like we're getting too close to the corruption kind of thing.
I forget why we walking here. It's almost like I know where we're supposed to go, but difficult to focus. That's the best she can describe it.
You sure you want to continue with us? I mean, we'd like to have you, but
Sounds to me like something's growing back, or they're resetting up the thing that clouds our mind.
I mean, well, we need more things to burn. That still sounds bad.
She's like, no, different, maybe, but different, because I know there is ranches south. Earlier, I did not know, yet I knew. But now I know, so we can go. It's difficult. So she's going to continue on with y'all. Survival duo, give me survival checks. Anyone trained in perception, give me perception checks, which is all of y'all. So
24%.
Okay, let's go survival.
Yeah, survival for the 2 survival guys. All right,
Ooh,
nice, natural 20.
17 and 23, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely survive.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Do we survive?
Okay, so, yeah, Roque with the natural 5. Okay, yeah. So, total 5. Marb, kind of walk. You're kind of leading, helping her walk Grissa, and it's kind of but also your natural senses are kicking in, and you see a better path to take rather than the natural path that y'all took. So you'll kind of divert this way. With Gustav's help, y'all are, making some much better time. Like the first hour there was like almost like no sense of urgency for you guys. But now that you're kind of starting to see where y'all gone, and there's even just like the little wisps of the previous flames, right? Because it's a lot that y'all had burned down. They're giant ranches. You start seeing those, and they start it clicks with you guys. Okay, so potential for things to get serious happens. While you're doing that, I'm going to give it to Marb as well. Marb and Davis, y'all hear the sounds of like rutting and snorting, and even like there's like a female scream and yelp kind of in a direction maybe about 120 feet, 300. It's hard to judge because you don't see it because part of the the terrain is hilly and it kind of goes up and down. But y'all both, it picks up on your ears.
Hey, whoa! What did you guys hear that?
And
I go like, yeah.
And Grissa,
female scream.
Yeah, and like pig sounds again.
Before you know what happens, Marb, Grissa kind of snaps to, and she kind of just starts running. She's like at a full out sprint to that direction.
In the direction of the scream?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh shit! I think she heard it too.
Yeah, I just go like right behind her, like start sprinting. It's like, oh shit, she heard it too, and start like sprinting.
All right, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna immediately follow too. Yeah, guys, I think there's some shit going on now. Let's go.
Okay.
Rush off.
Cool. All right, is everybody else following?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no reason not to at that point.
Yeah. So the group is running.
It's either run or get left behind.
Yeah. you guys are running. You're running. You now all hear like, like the typical people. Yeah. And then what you see coming over, kind of over the hill, is there's a figure that is down on the ground, and there's 3 of those double bear pigs assailing them, and that is where we'll leave it off.
Oh man, these pigs.
Just one make it?
Yeah, yes, just one. I'm leaving in a minute. Yeah.
These pigs.
Yeah. So.
Well, it's gonna get real.
Yep. So 3 of the double bear pigs.
Also, before everyone leaves, I'm gone the whole next week.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving shenanigans, so we're skipping next Thursday.
Yeah. So my question is, and this is absolutely fine. Do we want to try to do a makeup session over the weekend, or are people out on the weekend?
I won't be back to my apartment till Tuesday,
Okay.
so
Okay. So we might run like a special one shot or something for people that are around that want to play at some point, but we'll aim
Like this weekend or next weekend?
next.
Okay, cool. Because I was saying, if it's this week, I was like, oh my god.
No.
I actually already had a makeup session for a different campaign I'm in, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's the week of makeup sessions.
No.
D&D on D&D.
We might have,
Yeah.
we might have a bunch of work stuff related, anyways. So.
Oh yeah, good luck
Hey,
to all of y'all tonight.
Just don't do it.
Right?
Do you really
All
need
this
a
work
job?
to do. Turns out, don't want to do it, so didn't. The end.
So,
Goodbye.
I will send out some more clarifications. Either I apologize for. I realized I forgot to send a text out today, so my bad. Work was hectic. Thank God everybody remembered and seems to be eager to play. But yes, so we're off the following. We're off this coming weekend. We're off the following Thursday, and maybe we'll try to run some sort of for fun one shot or something at some point for people that are available. But I'll post it. And we'll plan to play, that means, what is it? The first Thursday of December. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, the 5th.
Yeah, the 5th. So, good job, guys, on the session.
Woo.
Good RP. Sorry y'all didn't get to use your fancy level 3 stuff yet.
It's fine.
We'll
We'll get there. It's gonna happen.
You're literally in front of something. So,
I can know that.
yeah. So, alright. Well, yeah, I gotta get changed and now drive an hour.
Lovely people. Good luck at work.
Thanks.
Hope that push to production goes without problems. I
You can
believe.
do it.
Thanks, guys. I'm super tired. So.
Yeah, get some sleep, Roque.
Get some
Alright.
sleep. Yep.
See ya.
Later, guys.
Later, guys.
Have a good one, everyone.
Thank you. All right, how do I say?
Oh, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.